Hello children, today we are going to discuss the topic force and pressure. First we will take up force. What is force? Children, pushes and pulls are forces. The direction in which an object is pushed or pulled is called the direction of the force. Children, we apply force to perform various activities like to lift a glass of water, to ride a bicycle, to push the switch of a TV set, or to open a car door to get in. Children, force is applied only by interaction. Okay? We have to interact with the body to push or pull it. Like we have to interact with the door by pushing or pulling it, by applying forces on it to make it open. So objects must interact with each other for a force to come into play. Now our next topic is what? Resultant forces. What do we mean by resultant force? Children, we can discuss it with the help of activity. Push a heavy object to move it. We might be able to move it with some difficulty. Now if we ask one of our friends to help us for pushing in the same direction, we can together push it more easily. Why? So I am going to explain it. When forces are applied on an object in the same direction, they add up. Like this is any object. Okay. One is applying force A and other also going to help with the B force. So these two forces are going to add up. Okay. And this is what resultant force or the net force. Okay, the net force or resultant force of two forces acting on an object in the same direction. Direction is same. Is a single force whose magnitude is its magnitude is what? A plus B. The sum of two forces. It acts in the same direction as the two forces. Now, in the other case, when force is applied on an object in opposite direction, like A is applying from this side and B is applying from this direction. Okay? These oppose each other. These two forces are going to oppose each other. The net force on the object is the difference between the two forces. Okay, like which one is the greater? B minus C. Okay. So the magnitude of the force here is what? Difference between the two forces. Children, one example of this is in a tug of war match, the rope will move in the direction of the team that applies more force. Okay. A force can be described by stating its magnitude and direction. So magnitude is clear, that how much force we are applying, and second is direction. If in the same direction, then it would be the sum. If in opposite direction, then it would be the difference. Okay. Now children, what about a situation when two or more forces act on a body in different direction? Okay, when two or more forces act on an object in different directions, the effect on the object is due to the magnitude and direction of the net or resultant force acting on it. Now children, we are going to discuss effects of forces. Effects of force. First effect is force can make a stationary object move or can change its position of rest. Okay, when we kick a stationary football, we make it move. When we pick up a glass of water, we change its position of rest. So first is what force can make a stationary object? The stationary object move or can change its position of okay, so this is first effect. Second, force can change the speed of an object. It can change the speed of an object. A goalkeeper applies force to stop a football and reduce its speed to 0. If he is not able to stop the ball properly, it may only slow down and not come to a position of rest. When a player kicks a moving football, it starts moving faster. Okay, a goalkeeper slows down or stops a football by applying force in the opposite direction to which the football is moving. So this is how change of speed takes place. Third, force can change the direction of motion of a moving object. It can change the direction of a moving object. How it can change? When a batsman hits a ball with his bat, he applies force to change the direction of the motion of the ball. Okay. So children, these three I have told you. Number 4 is force can change the shape. It can change the shape or size of an object. If you squeeze a sponge, its shape changes. If you pull a rubber band, it becomes longer. Okay, you can use the force of your hand to change the shape of plasticine or an inflated balloon. In the kitchen, force is applied to change the shape of dough to make thin circular chapatis. So I have told you effects of force. Now we are going to discuss types of forces. Before that, how can we describe a force? So a force can be described by stating its magnitude and the direction in which it acts. A force is represented by arrow. Force is represented by arrow. Okay. The length of the arrow represents its magnitude. Now, whose magnitude is high A or B? B, because the length of the arrow of B is more. So, and this head tells the direction, in which direction it is moving. The force is applied. The direction of the arrow shows the direction of the force. So here A and B forces are there. Which one is bigger? B is bigger than the A. Okay, because B's magnitude is more than the A. Now we are going to discuss types of forces. Children, there are two types of forces, contact forces and non-contact forces. Some forces act on bodies only when they are in contact with the body. Examples are muscular force and frictional force. These are known as contact forces. Some other forces can also act on bodies which are not in contact. Examples are gravitational force, magnetic force and electrostatic force. Okay, first we are going to discuss contact force, and In contact force, we are going to discuss first muscular force. Muscular force, when we lift our school bag or kick a football, we apply force. This force is exerted by the muscles of our body and is called muscular force. A horse uses muscular force to pull a cart. Our blood gets pumped into our arteries by the muscular force exerted by our heart. Second is, first muscular we have discussed. Second is frictional. Frictional force is also a contact force. It is due to contact force. What happens when we stop pedaling a bicycle? It slows down and stops after some time. If we kick a small block of wood, it slides for some time and then comes to rest. Why? This happens because of a force of friction. Friction is a force that slows down things or preventing things from moving, or we can say it opposes the motion. And this force, since the force of friction arises due to contact between two surfaces, that is why we call it contact force. Now come to the non-contact forces. Non-contact forces, first gravitational force. All we are aware of gravitational force. A force that acts on us and on all objects around us all the time is the gravitational force. Gravitational force is the force with which the earth pulls everything towards itself. Children, here I am going to tell you a very important thing. Gravitational force is the force of attraction between particles of matter. Okay. So this is gravitational force. Every object exerts this force on every other object. I am repeating this. Every object exerts gravitational force on every other object. The magnitude of this force depends on the masses of the two objects and the distance between them. Like two cars pull each other with the gravitational force even though it is very small. Why? Because the earth has such a large mass. Objects on the earth are pulled towards the earth due to the gravitational force more than they are pulling each other. Okay? The earth pulls a car toward itself with a greater force than the force with which two cars are pulling each other. Okay? This is because the earth pulls the bigger stone with greater force. We say that the big stone has more weight than the small stone, but thus weight is a measure of the earth's gravitational force on an object. Now children, we are coming to the magnetic force. All you know about magnet. A large magnet is being used. Children, all you know to pick up in class 6 you have learned. A large magnet is being used to pick out scraps of iron from the garbage. It is using force to lift the iron piece. This force is called magnetic force or magnetism. Magnetic force is exerted by a magnet on a certain metal such as iron, cobalt and nickel. A magnet can act from a distance because it is surrounded by an invisible field of magnetic force. This is magnet. So invisible magnetic field is there. Children, later on in higher classes you will learn about this. When large scraps of iron from garbage or small iron pieces get close to that field of force, they are pulled toward the magnet. So this is the field of force. So any iron object come to this field, and that is attracted by the magnet. Okay. Now third I am going to discuss, that is electrostatic force. Third non-contact force is electrostatic force. Children, I am going to tell you this with the help of an activity. Okay. Rub a comb through your hair, dry hair for some time, then bring the comb near the bits of paper. Okay. Then what will happen? These bits of paper, they get attracted by this comb. Okay, why this happens? This happens just because of electrostatic force. When the comb is rubbed in our hair, it acquires a property called electrostatic charge. This comb becomes charged. Okay, it acquires certain charge, positive, or we can say negative charge. Okay, electrostatic charge can exert a force called electrostatic force. It is because of this force that the bits of paper, they get attracted, okay, towards the comb. Electrostatic force, like magnetic force, also acts from a distance and is a non-contact force. Okay, children? Thank you.